Hey folks, welcome to Deer Corner. Glad to see you with me. Been raining the last couple days, sitting in the house, looking at a few things, going through things. But I want to bring up my 5 favorite trees and building my deer habitat. And my first tree is the Oer Dogwood. You'll hear a lot and Google a lot how dogwood trees are deer resistant, but that's not true. That's far from being true. The Oer Dogwoods are very highly browsed upon by deer. Not only they give good cover, they're easy to plant, easy to grow, and matter of fact, you can take the stem on an Oer Dogwood and wrap it around your finger. That's how pliable they are. The deer just don't nip the end off of it either. They'll eat 8 to 9 inches up the stem. And it gives excellent browsing material. And the good thing about it, they keep coming back. So once you get them planted and started, you just don't have to do nothing with them. Just let them go. And you developed a deer browsing area. My second one's wild plum. And wild plum is a funny tree. Now, don't get the Asian version. Try to get the native wild plum, the American wild plum. They'll grow 20 to 30 feet tall. And like any tree you plant, they compete amongst each other. But a wild plum's funny. Not only will it compete against other native trees, but if you plant 2 of them together, 2 foot apart, for some reason they compete against each other and you get a better growth rate. And the other thing about your wild plum, they come in and ripen right at the beginning of hunting season. So right off the bat, I have wild plums coming in right at hunting season. And that's another thing. I don't centralize my property, my timber. I do not centralize everything to come through to one area. I got it broke up to different areas for different trees to come in at different times, so I hunt different areas throughout the year, throughout deer season. But my wild plum comes in first. And I think I got 14 of them out there now that are producing. The second year I got flowers, got some plums on them. But the third year they came in real heavy. Had a lot of plums on them the third year. And they're about 15 feet tall right now and growing rapidly. But I found a trick is to plant 2 of them together. Let them compete amongst each other. The third tree I plant, and it's about 18 years old, maybe 18 years old. My American persimmons. And there again, don't get to your Asian, go to the American persimmon. They'll get 30 to 40 feet tall. And this year, since I had a bad acorn crop, matter of fact, I didn't have any acorns, but the deer were on them persimmons every morning like clockwork. And I had abundance of persimmon. And the thing about the persimmon, why it's third, because they come in and ripen about mid-November. And they'll hang on to the tree into December. You got about 3 weeks of persimmons falling off the tree that hang on the tree. They'll sit there and hang a while before they fall. They just don't all fall at the same time. So my third pick's American persimmon for the time of year, time of the deer season. Now, my fourth one is the crabapple. Now, the crabapple takes about 5 years before it starts putting on crabapples. But there again, you need to plant them 30 to 40 feet apart. Don't plant them close together, plant them about 30 or 40 feet apart. And once they start coming on, they get heavy. And right now they're, like I said, they're about 15 to 18 years old, and I got abundance of them. And again, I don't centralize everything. I got all of my trees planted in different areas. And about the same time the crab apples are coming on is my fifth, my white oaks. Now white oak acorns start falling. So I got the crab apples falling along with the white oak acorns. So that's basically my 5 trees that I work with. There's a lot more out there. You got your red oaks, you got your pin oaks, you got your willows. But as far as my 5 favorite trees to plant and get started, and once they're started, you don't have to do nothing to them. You just leave them alone. You don't have to worry about replanting them like you would a food plot. Some of these trees are expensive, but once you get them in and once they get started, you just leave them alone. You never have to replant them. So the expense is there for years to come. So that's my 5 favorite trees. And I got them broke down to where certain trees ripen and come in at one time, and then another tree at another time, and another tree at another time. And then my acorns are on the ground. Then I'm down to browsing. And that's something I'm going to bring up, is my 5 favorite bushes or shrubs to plant. And I'm going to bring that up, and along with everything else, my browsing. And you got to have a lot of browsing out there. But thanks for coming along. Go ahead and share. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I'll get back with you. And y'all, if you're in the woods, be safe. The time of year, you need to be safe than sorry. And I'll get back with you.